So today I'm going to show you how to make foliage for Roblox Studio. And I'm going to make this plant from my speed modeling video, but anyway, let's begin. So the first thing we need is a model that we make in Blender. And let's start off by making the pot. So let's add a mesh and then cylinder. And we can delete the bottom. And just start extruding it upwards and scaling it. Then we can go to the wireframe mode, extrude it inwards and scale it a bit down, maybe not this low, like this should be enough. Then we can go to the object properties or object data properties and select auto smooth at around 55 degrees. Then we want to select everything while having the face mode selected. Press right click and shade smooth. And now I don't like this that happened here, so I'm just going to extrude it outwards. And we can do a mark sharp at the bottom, so it gives this effect, like this. Same with this edge right here and this one too. And this is our pot model. And now we want to select this face that we are extruding, then go to mesh, separate and selection. Now this is going to be our dirt. So you can hide the pot, go to the edit mode, select this face, press X and then only faces. So you just have these edges right here. Then you can press F3 and search for the grid fill option. That's right here. Then you can just unhide it and go to the vertex edit. And in the edit mode, we want to enable the proportional editing. And just move some vertices upwards from different places. And also move them from sides to side, like that. Shade this part smoothly too. And then we want to select everything on the edges, go to the wireframe mode, press on extrude, escape to cancel it and just scale it outwards, or disable the proportional editing, and then just scale it outwards, so there are no gaps anywhere. And just depending on where everything is, if you see parts like this one in edit mode, you can just move them outwards, so they are going to be clipping inside of the pot. Like this. Now we have the pot and the dirt, so we can change the names. And let's get to adding the foliage. And we do so by adding a bezier curve that's right here on the top. We want to just rotate it on X by 90 degrees. And in the object data properties right here, we want to go to geometry and just add a bit of depth. Like 0.3 is good. And the resolution we just want to bring all the way down because this part doesn't need to be detailed. And now while having this curve, we basically want to duplicate it. Move it downwards, and in the edit mode we want to just position it so it's going out of the dirt. And then just extrude it like normal plant veins would go. So you can see that this one is going like around. So you can extrude it downwards and just rotate it on one of the axes. Then we can make this part smaller. Move this one right there. And if you want, you can even extrude it further on, let's say, the y-axis. Then move it on X and leave it like so. Maybe just rotate it a bit so it's laying flat on the ground. And if you want, you can also use the snap tool to an edge and move it right here. And also move it a bit upwards because the center would be right here, which means it's gonna be clipping into the floor. So you have something like this. And now what we want to do is to apply the visual geometry to mesh. So you can search for the option. It's in the object apply and then visual geometry to mesh. And now instead of a curve, we'll have a mesh like this. Now we want to select the vertex selection mode, so we press 1, select one of these vertices right here, enable the proportional editing again, and then just scale it down. And also expand the circle while using the scroll wheel. For shorter veins, you don't want the circle to be too big, because if I do this, you can see that it's basically going to get the whole thing, and yeah, we just want this part to stay on the plant, on the pot, and only this one to get smaller. So that's one of them, and now we just repeat the process until we have something that basically just satisfies us or resembles a plant. So again, just duplicate it. And this one you could make it so it's going around the central part. And then goes out maybe like right here. Then just extrude it downwards, and this one could just hang like this. And again, apply visual geometry to mesh, select the vertices and scale them down, enable the proportional editing and then scale them down. This is what happens when the circle is too big sometimes, so you want to just lower it to like this. And don't worry, it doesn't have to be perfect because the leaves are going to cover everything later. And another one, apply visual geometry, proportional editing, and just scale it down. Also some parts, like this one, you can always just move with proportional editing too. And you can always just correct them. So that's the third one. Visual geometry to mesh, select proportional editing, and then just scale it down. And now we can delete the starting curve, and while having all of these curves right here, we basically just need to select them all. Then click on one of them so it's highlighted, and then press Ctrl and J to join them. And now everything is basically a single mesh, and this only has 2000 triangles. And now what we need to do is add leaves to it, and we can get them from a website like Ambient CG. I have downloaded this leaf set right here, but you can see that it's in 1K resolution, so we need to lower it down. And this of course doesn't have to be Photoshop, you can use a free program like GIMP or use one of the online versions. And you can see that this leaf set has color, displacement, normal and roughness. I'm only going to use the preview image, but if you want to use these other maps inside of the engine you can. You just have to repeat the process of trimming everything, or just select one of the leaves, then go to image and crop. And then you would have to export every single map individually, but we just need this leaf right here, so yeah. But right now, as we have this leaf, we want to go to image and press on image size. This will show us the dimensions of the layer. 400 is a bit too much, like 200 or even 140 pixels would be enough. It would be 140 by 87, so we'll have a leaf like this one. It's a bit pixelated, but it's going to be a lot of them and you won't see them very closely in the engine. So now we just go to File, Export and PNG. And in Blender I have a plugin that lets me import images as planes. The plugin is called that, Import Images as Planes. So you just go to Image and Image as Planes. Then we select our leaf and it's going to appear as this plane right here. We need to go to the Material Preview, and while having this leaf, we want to set the pivot to be on the leaf branch right here on the start, so we just move it maybe without proportional editing. So in the edit mode we just move it up like this, then move it a bit on the Y, and let's add a little bit of geometry to the leaf. And then just shade it smoothly. But this is fine right now. We go back to the solid mode, and now we need to apply the leaf to the vines of the plant. So while having the vines selected, we need to go to the, which one was it? This one, to the particle properties. And just add new hair particles, set it as hair, and in the render we want to select object, and then select instance to be the leaf. So now if you go to the material preview, you're going to see that we're gonna have leaves on all of the veins. And what we can do is, right now, because 1000 is a bit too much, change it to like 600. We can leave the length and segments, but in the source, we can either set it to vertices, faces or volumes. In my case, vertices works the best because it's gonna also be on the tips of the veins right here. And in the render, we want to scale it a little bit up. at a random scale on like anywhere between 0.2 to max, depending on your leaf. And then we want to scroll up and enable advanced mode and then enable rotation. And in the rotation, the randomize, we can just set it to 0.3 as start. Then you have the phase and the randomize phase. So then we just set the phase. So something like this should be good. Then the randomize phase, we just want to add a little bit of value. And of course you can just mess around with these settings to basically get the effect that you are aiming for. In my case, something like this is almost good, only if the leaves would go a little bit like that. And now we can also change the number of the leaves, but 600 should be alright for now, maybe like a little bit less. And then you can just change the seed to just find something that works a little bit better. If you don't like how, let's say there is a bunch of leaves here, if you change the seed you can get just something better, like this. Then you just check if everything else works fine. I would say all of this is good, but now I can see that also there is like a little bit too many leaves somewhere. So I'm going to lower it to 400 and just add a little bit more scale and a little bit more randomizer. So I have a plant like this. Now we need to apply the leaves because they don't have any geometry. They count as particles right now, but in the modifier tab, you have a particle modifier right here where you can make the instances real. So you just press on that and be careful because it's gonna make a lot of junk from this leaf instance right here, but you just press on that. And again, just select any leaf as the parent instance, then just press on Ctrl J to parent everything together. So you just one object instead of, well, 400 different leaves. So you do Ctrl J, and now you can see that all of this basically happened. Right now you just want to delete the leaf that you use as the instance. And now you just have these leaves right here that you could just rename to a leaf set. Okay, there is a cut because, well, my footage corrupted this file right here, and I was able to recover a part of it, but anyway. I basically just changed the name of the vine right there. And also a thing I missed is this ground. If you go to the face orientation, they're pointing outwards. They were like this, which means that is the outside of the face and it wouldn't be visible in Studio. So all you need to do, if you go down here and select face orientation to view this, is go to F3 and then just look for the flip option on the mesh, normal and flip, and just select it. So it's going to be blue like this, and now I can just unhide everything. So just make sure that no red is basically just showing. And let's go to the exporting. So you basically just select everything, go to file, export, and then select FBX. Then in the path mode, select copy and check this box right here. Limit to selected objects, change the scale to 0.05, Z to forward, apply transforms. In geometry you just want to apply modifiers if you have any. In the armature we don't need to do anything because you don't have it, same with the bake animations. So you just deselect this one, and I'm going to override this file that I already have, then export FBX, and inside of Roblox Studio I'm going to delete this, just to show you the process. You go to home, then select import 3D, navigate to your FBX file, and now you will have your plant right here. I don't need to upload it to Roblox, so I'm going to deselect this one. Just make sure that the leaf set is there, and then it also has the base color texture as the leaf. And then just press on import, and you will notice that the leaves have this texture right here. We will fix that in a second. Now we can anchor the object and change its scale to like 0.1, so we'll have the plant like this. And now you need to add a surface appearance inside of the leaf set, and from the leaf set mesh we need to copy the texture ID as well as remove it from here by doing Ctrl and X and paste it in the color map of the surface appearance. So you will see it like this, and in the alpha mode you switch overlay to transparency. And now just wait for it to load, and you will have your leaves like this. And that's how you add a texture with an alpha channel into a mesh with surface appearance. But now you can also see that not every leaf is visible from every side, so you select the mesh and press on double-sided. And this will fix it. So now we can also add a material to everything. So the dirt is going to be a ground material. And of course you can use textures for everything if you want, but just using the studio materials is a bit simpler. Now for the pot we want to set the material to like granite and set the color to maybe light blue. And with the vines, the plastic material is alright, because you won't see them from a close distance anyway. And we can just make it to match the leaf material, so like green and yellow. And that's basically going to be our plant done. And right now we can also move our plant to whatever scene we have. And I'm going to place this one next to the speed modeling one that I've made. So right now I just have two matching plants right here. And I'm just going to remove this previous one that I've made before. And yeah, that's basically going to be everything. I would appreciate it if you guys left a like under this video and also became channel members, because that would really support me and the channel. But yeah, thank you for watching and hope you had a nice day and see ya guys.